I'm here to tell you all about the new Volvo EX30. It's got some surprises. I won't waste your time, and the photography is pretty good, if I say so myself. It's small, yellow, fully electric, and cute as a plush toy. No, not Pikachu, the Volvo EX30. The most compact vehicle the Swedes have produced since the C30. Its footprint is similar to the late great Chevy Bolt EV, around 3 inches wider and longer, but height is down 8 inches. This is Volvo's least expensive electric vehicle, though it's not exactly cheap. As tested, the MSRP on this dual motor EX30 is $48,395. That same amount of money will buy you a base model XC60, which is larger, though it does run on gas, and you can't get it in yellow. This one was bolted together in Chengdu, not very Swedish sounding because it's in Sichuan province. Production has begun in Belgium. Those cars should arrive in the US by late summer of 2025, if that's an issue. The 30's size and form factor brings up the eternal argument, SUV or hatchback. My take? Yes. Honestly, the two segments are blurred these days, and as long as it delivers functionality, does it matter? EX30 is one of those cars that kind of reads your mind. As you walk up to it, it wakes up, it unlocks itself. All you have to do is sit down, buckle up, and you're pretty much ready to go. There aren't very many hard buttons in this vehicle. The only real familiar control is the shift lever. And even then, it's kind of unusual. In order to get into cruise control, you have to hit drive twice. It's a single-speed transmission. For now, all US-bound EX30s move with dual motor power that cranks out a maximum 422 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of instant torque. EX30 is a lightweight at 4,100 pounds, for an EV anyway. Everyone's favorite Pokemon stores energy in its rosy cheeks. Volvo chooses a 64 kilowatt-hour floor-mounted pack. The driving experience can be tailored. Just know you'll be using the screen a lot. The one-pedal driving setting, steering weight that I highly prefer at firm, and the performance all-wheel drive mode. That's truth in advertising. Many of these controls are too deep in the menu for my liking. Here's the front storage. Pretty sure the supplied charge cord can be tucked in here. In performance mode, this car is wicked fast. Volvo claims a 3.4 second 0 to 60 time. I think it's actually being conservative. You really can't use that mode in a neighborhood like this because regular mode is just fine. To throw out some technical jargon, this thing is snappy and zippy. If you were on a 2-lane highway and you needed to pass, no sweat. Even in normal mode, you wouldn't have to be in performance mode. Considering Volvo's safety reputation, loyalists might consider the 30 overmotored. But it's absolutely brilliant for snaking through city slog. In dense urban traffic, it squirts into openings like a caffeinated chihuahua. Driving dynamics. Certainly this does not lack for power. The suspension is on the firm side with a little bit of a springiness to the dynamic. Steering is kind of light, even in the heaviest setting. This all works great for the city. It's a joy to chuck into corners. On canyon roads, enthusiasts may not like it as much, partly because this has low rolling resistance tires, and they don't grip as well as performance tires, obviously. That's not the EX30's mission, though. It's all about conquering big city traffic, and I'm hard-pressed to come up with a better way to slice through the grind. It's like Ninjask, if I'm gonna beat the Pokemon theme to death. Unlike Fiat 500e, it has 4 doors. The Volvo slips into parking spaces Ioniq 5 and Model Y will leave behind. Even in its most aggressive setting, the one-pedal driving dynamic isn't overly aggressive. It is fine, which brings me to the brake pedal modulation, switching from recuperation to the actual physical disc brakes. It's pretty smooth, nothing to complain about. Generally, short wheelbases like EX30s means a choppy, bucking ride over speed bumps and pavement heaves. Volvo engineers have tamed that dynamic as well as can be expected. The E.P.A. rates the range of this particular EX30, 19-inch wheels and dual motors, at 253 miles. It's been in the low 60s, and during a mix of city and highway driving, I'm seeing around 230 miles of range before I want to juice up. Remember, at highway speeds, these are less efficient, the opposite of gas-powered cars. To the pint-sized Volvo's defense, I launched it hard whenever I could. As to price, it saves money by eliminating trips to Space Mountain. Visibility? Visibility is excellent in the EX30. A lot of cars can't say that these days. It's telling me to pay attention. Bringing up ADAS safety tech. Of course, this is a Volvo. It's stuffed with it. You've got automatic emergency braking for cars, pedestrians, bicyclists, large animals. There's blind spot warning, which Volvo actually invented. Plus, the semi-autonomous driving tech is pretty good. It's not Super Cruise good, but it's decent. And Traffic Jam Assist takes on the heavy lifting when enduring rush hour commutes for those who can't work at home any longer. EX30 shares its Sustainable Experience Architecture, or C platform, with Smart #1 and Zeekr X, forbidden fruit in America. It was co-engineered with Volvo's parent Geely. I'm less concerned about the 253-mile range. It's overkill for a city car. Using 240-volt level 2, it takes on 30 miles every hour. You know, a full pack overnight. The max commercial DC charge rate depends on which EX30 you buy. The dual motor here juices up at 153 kilowatts. The single motor, 134. This is hardly the fastest in the industry. However, in the real world, it may not matter. For starters, for the best electric vehicle experience, you really need to be able to charge at home using level 2. It's much more convenient since you're charging while you sleep, and it's much less expensive. Also, this is a small car. I'm not sure how many people are going to road trip it. And while I've been traveling, many of the terminals top out at 150 kilowatts. Owners driving less than 50 miles a day might get by using a regular 120-volt outlet and then topping off with commercial chargers when needed. Volvo has access to Tesla's supercharger network as long as you have an adapter. I have a separate video on that experience. Swedes are known for clean, uncluttered design. Remember I said few hard buttons? The dash has none. Lock and window controls are centrally mounted, toggle between the front and rear. At least it's harder to hit the backs by mistake. I do that all the time. The screen does heavy lifting. Adjusting the mirrors means going into the menu, then using the steering wheel controls to move things around. Trunk? Well, there you go. Glove box? Not even a latch, though the center location works well. Lights are, you guessed it, on the screen. Even the seat adjustment hardware is simplified, and yeah, the display will not be denied. It's part of everything. No separate cluster for driving info, physical, or heads up. Some tiny fonts are hard to make out, he says, looking for these. I could get behind this if the car were 10 grand less, but it's nearly $50,000. Would I like more hard buttons? You bet I would. Fortunately, this has Google Assistant with some of the best natural voice commands in the business. Hey, turn on the heated steering wheel.
Okay, turning on the steering wheel heater.
See, you don't really need to interact with the screen. You just talk to the car. Hey, How much charge is left in the car?
Your battery is at 88%.
This really is very good. Let's throw it a Swedish curveball. Hey, I'm hungry for some lutefisk.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Anyone who likes lutefisk. High-quality recycled plastics are easy on Mother Nature and your conscience. Metal door releases feel better than cars 3 times the price. Materials are creative. Between the wool blend fabric and flax-infused panels, I keep thinking Pee Wee Herman's suit. In a good way, Mr. Rubens was a snappy dresser. The famously supportive seats are heated, but not vented. The sound system is a Harman Kardon soundbar, and pretty punchy, if lacking some spatial quality. With no door-mounted drivers, storage space is opened up. A 13-inch computer fits easily. The largest MacBook Pro is fine. Keep in mind, this is a small car. Other clever hacks. This can be tucked away, used as storage for snacks like, Swedish fish, or cup holders. Excellent industrial design. Space for backpacks or purses between the seats is better than most larger vehicles. EX30 is a small car, so when it comes to the back seat, let's set some expectations, okay? I'm 5'9", and headroom is actually okay. My Levi's inseam is 32. Knee, leg, and foot room, a bit tight. The cushions are low, and on the short side, thigh support is just okay. Door openings are on the small side, getting my size 11s through, kind of tight. I don't think you can quite get an iPad in here, maybe an iPad mini. Pockets on both seat backs, great because small cars need all the storage cubbies they can get. Plus, this little pouch for cell phones. Lots of storage here. I like this clever pull-out bin. Window controls are here, there are charge ports, and a place to stash your phone. Also, this little storage cubby. Not sure what you'd put here, but, it's there. This floor is completely flat. That helps some with footroom. There are belts for 3 back here, but if it's adults, it should be 2 maximum, 3 small kids. Also, this armrest does not fold down. There are no cup holders back here. Volvo's sheet metal has crispness and panache that Smart #1 and Zeekr X don't get. According to designers I admire, that's difficult to achieve on smaller cars. Volvo's vertical taillights remain, same for Thor's Hammer headlights with a digital treatment here. Swage lines are subtle. I guess Gothenburg got the memo that corduroy is trendy again. It's all meant to attract younger buyers, though not sure they can afford EX30. Many will subscribe to it. I think we used to call that leasing. At least there's no upcharge for any paint. This is moss yellow. Apparently in Sweden, the stuff's not green. Did I mention this is a small car? Yeah, I think I did. Hey, cars often have Easter eggs. This one's kind of cool. A handy size guide so you can measure stuff before you try to stuff it in. Surprised there's no TP there. Touches in here compensate for the mini size. No spare tire. Those are becoming rare across the board. The security panel stows here. No need to leave that in the garage. Volvo provides a dual voltage travel charge cord so you can mooch off friends when you're traveling. I ran into a woman that just bought one of these, and she said she's treating hers as a 2-seater with a really big trunk. Really big is relative. At most, this will take on 32 cubic feet of kit. But let's say you're carrying 4 people on a regular basis. To carve out usefulness, drop the load floor to the bottom. Any guesses to the TP trunk test score? I was pessimistic, thinking 4, but what do you know? 14 cubic feet takes on 5. And for those doubting Thomases out there, yes, the hatch does close. It's part of the test. The size and price of EX30 will keep it from becoming a high-volume mainstream vehicle. Cars like Hyundai Kona and Kia Niro EV are more affordable, but I can see why city dwellers might pay Volvo's premium. For city driving, it's hard to beat the EX30. It's the perfect urban attack vehicle. The small size means that you're going to get parking spots that other people need to leave behind. It's fun to whip around in corners. lots of power, visibility is good. Boy, would I like more hard buttons in this vehicle. Also, the price is a little bit dear. This is 48 grand. Would like a little bit more range too, if I'm being honest. This small Volvo is big fun. Anyone that says, I choose you to the EX30 is in for a good time. There's a learning curve to this vehicle. After a week, it felt like it was starting to know me and me it. But like many modern cars, occasionally it wouldn't wake up walking up to it. Holding the key here takes care of things. There's also a card used as a backup. One last button gripe. How about a few on the fob, Volvo? Doors can't be unlocked from a distance, like when my wife needs to grab the bag that she forgot, and I have the key. Ladies, gentlemen, Martin Campbell. He drives while I shoot running footage. He also has a great Instagram channel that he's taking pictures for right now. And I'm pretty sure that he's finally learned his channel name, right?
No, not at all. That's what I have you.
Marketing is important. Obviously, it's in the graphic.
One day.
To close out the Pokemon references, there's one called EV, perfect for an electric vehicle, especially since its ability is to run away. This thing is seriously fast. You're here at the end. I'm assuming you enjoyed the video, so why not subscribe? I know that's self-serving. Also self-serving, this video series is a labor of love, not a financial windfall. If you want to contribute, I am not going to stop you. I prefer Venmo because YouTube takes 30% of super thanks. 30%. I think Visa only takes 4%. Is Google not making enough money? Apparently not. Anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on all the major platforms. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments, okay? That's Driven. I'm Tom Volk.